Okay, guys, yes, this is part two of my interview with Mrs. X. Again, more valuable information she's dropped. I apologize for her voice having to be altered. She requested it, so it is what it is. We got to deal with it the way it is. But I have 3 bullet points for you right quick. Yes, I am aware of what happened outside the nightclub the other night. If it doesn't involve the tourist, I really don't get into it unless it's just so dramatic. I have the video. I've seen it. It ain't pretty anyway. But again, it has nothing to do with tourists or expats, so I bypassed that. Number two, join me live tomorrow night, which will be Tuesday, November the 14th. Hopefully I got that right. Tuesday, November the 14th, to discuss safety in Medellin, Colombia. I'm hoping to get a bunch of expats on because these are the guys with the knowledge. These are the guys that know how to move. These are the guys that has this information that can pass it on to you. This is why I say get by Sweet Georgia Cafe and get this knowledge. Okay, it's the short timers who come up, and that's normally the ones who slip. Things happen in general. Again, obviously, we recognize that. And then number three, I'm gonna leave you with this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
On behalf of the flight crew, thank you for flying with us and have a pleasant day.
Let's jump straight into the interview.
It wasn't like that 3 years ago. 3 years ago wasn't like that. 4 years ago wasn't like that. I mean, you could see somebody wasn't like this. After the pandemic, obviously, many people were affected and needs to eat and needs money. So obviously, Parque Lleras is the place that are more frequent, the foreigners frequent the most. So I understand that, but the problem is that it's not the mayor is very good in here, but the problem is the city is run by the extreme right wing, the ex-president, and he runs the police basically here, and that's why it's difficult to clean this area. We have sent a letter to the mayors. We didn't receive response about that, but I mean, they should clear up this part because it's disgusting, really.
Well, one thing, I didn't give you this question ahead of time, but you can ask it or not answer it. It's not anything detailed or anything, but are you aware of how the girls put the drug, if it's not in a drink, because I heard there's other ways to give it to guys also. Are you aware of how they give it to guys and they don't get it on themselves?
Repeat that again, please.
How do they give the drugs? Because there's other ways than just putting it in the drink. How do they get away with this without drugging themselves?
Apparently, another way is that they blow it to your face. The thing is that they make it in powder or they make it in liquid. So I think the powder they can use it in the drink or blow it into your face. But this is called the devil's breath. But I mean, suppose it's that you don't realize, and then they put the liquid. Also, they mix it with this ketamine. Now they are using the ketamine and mix it with like pills for sleeping and other stuff.
What is ketamine? I've heard of it, but what is it?
Ketamine is a drug that they use to paralyze horses. And it's a very cheap drug that you can buy, and yeah, it's white powder, and it makes you feel like really sketchy, fractions everything. Some people like it, some other people don't like it, but if you put a lot, then you will be really kind of like a bit like everything is in fractions. I don't know. It's very strange drug.
Do people buy that drug just to take it themselves?
Yes.
Here's an important one. What do you think the girls actually do? What percentage of the girls you think do drugs? And if so, what type?
Well, you know what? The Colombian girls, the majority, for what I know from my foreign friends, they don't like to take much drugs, really. They maybe smoke marijuana. Some of the girls could take coke and they smoke, or the other one is ecstasies, MDMA, or Tusi.
That was my next question for you. What I had to research what Tusi was. What's your
Tusi is a mix of ecstasies with ketamine and another drug, Anax. I think it's called Anax. So it's these three drugs mixed together, and it's a pink or purple powder, and it's disgusting. And it makes you feel a little bit like high, but also kind of like numb. But I don't know. But disgusting. I don't know.
Wow. So you recommend that if somebody does get drugged, you do recommend that they go to the police, correct?
So my advice is to go and make a report to the police, and it would be very helpful if they have got the ID, because if they don't have the ID, there's no point to go and make a report. That's why it's so important that the guys get the ID and a picture of the ID of the person. And another way is that you have to also tell your embassy and the police in your country about what happened. And my advice is if the person gets killed or dropped and then they get dropped a lot of money and personal and the personal things. So they need to hire a private detective. It's the only way. And also, what I recommend that I think any embassy hasn't done it yet, and that we need to work on this, is that we need to send the pictures of all these different girls who have done all these criminal actions against foreigners. So make a list with the IDs, pictures, and then give it to the embassy. So the embassy will make a list and make a public announcement to all the foreigners before they come to Colombia.
But
this is an idea that just occurred to me that we need to work on.
But can they do that before the girl has been convicted?
Yes.
But then it's an accusation then, right? They haven't confirmed that she actually did anything. Are you saying we should still compile the pictures and show the pictures?
No, I mean, if the person got killed or drugged by this girl and you have got the ID, it's enough. To start making a list of this girl. This is one of the girls, and then this is the way for people to start recognize them, because the problem is that they don't recognize them. But now with the social media, we are helping. People are making the complaints and loading the pictures. So the best thing is for me, I think it's a good idea, is to now make a list. Like they do here for hotels and hostels, for the people they rob. They have got a list of all these people, and they all share with all the hostels community here, and they know who are the thieves. So do the same, but with the embassies. For each embassy, hey, this is the list of the scopolamine criminals in Colombia who have killed and robbed foreigners in Colombia. So we need to do this. Sometimes I have heard people who have got the details of the Rappi guy, because they send the message to them. So also they have got the names of the driver who brought them there and the Rappi guy who brought them there. It's important to have this information too, because they all work together.
How's it possible for the guy, let's say, because I don't know if you saw my video last night, but I had a guy on last night. He came on just like this, not on camera, just his voice. But he had just been scoped the night before. If this happens to a guy, what would you recommend that they do step by step?
Okay. So first, checking their phone if they have got the pictures and the ID. Then, if they have got the ID, which is the most important thing, go straight away to the police. Write a list of all the things that were stolen. And the amount of money that were stolen, then go to the police, make the statement, and then go to the embassy, then contact the police in their country, and then if if they got killed or something like this, then contact a detective, a private detective, to come to Colombia and start doing, the investigation here.
Okay, so well, first off, if normally they take everything, they take the cell phones, they take everything. Then they will look.
Computers, everything, your credit cards, your passport, everything. Usually they take everything. Sometimes no, but the majority of times they will definitely take your phone, the most expensive, and your computer. That's the most common thing.
Okay. So if they had done like you suggested prior, though, take a picture of the girl, send it to a friend, take a picture of the ID, send that to the friend also. So now it puts that girl on notice.
Warn them that you have done that. That's very important. That's actually the most important thing. Is just after you warn them, hey, just to let you know, I have taken your photo of your ID and I have sent it to 3 people. Let's say, I sent it to 3 close friends, and I have got a police friend, or and he has got it just in case something happens.
Okay, how about
that's actually the best way for the guy to realize if she's good or bad.
True. How about how she got there? Because in this particular case, they dropped her off a block away and tried to say they couldn't find the place or something like that. Would you wait outside and wait for the person to pull up? Or if she pulls up, if you're meeting her at a restaurant, would you say get a picture of the the license plate?
No, I mean, if you arrange to go back to your flat, because sometimes, so not straight away, but if you say, hey, let's go back to your flat, because the majority of times they are the ones who propose to go to the client's place. So this is when they are dangerous. When they propose that, instead of the mom proposing to her. But if she proposes first, this is dodgy, this is dangerous. And if they bring a friend, it's even more dangerous. So if they propose that, then you say, okay, can I take a picture of your ID and a picture of you right now so I can send it to my friend, because I have heard many stories and I don't want to be drugged. Yeah? That's what I will do.
Okay, so I think we have enough now. Is there anything I missed asking you that you think is beneficial to this? And I just thought of this. What you're from Colombia, born there.
Yeah.
You've seen it before before COVID 2 years ago. You've seen it now. I'm sure the crime rate you would say that the crime rate has gone up.
No, this year has been crazy. They have been killing like how many guys? I think it was 90 guys from the beginning of the year.
It's 100 now. I read today, 100.
As of today.
Yeah, 23 the first few days of April alone.
Yeah, so it's very bad at the moment. They are attacking again very badly. Yeah.
Okay. What if somebody gets drugged? Would you suggest that they go out and look for this girl on their own, or if they're
no, because they can get killed. They can get killed, or they will recognize them, because it's corrupted police. They have got cameras everywhere, and they can recognize the person sometimes if they belong to, because they are different gangs, but there is only one gang in Parque Lleras that controls all of these girls. There are other girls that work alone, and they have got the pimps, and they give them the drugs. But yeah, so just don't do it on your own. The best thing is that you go online, you load the picture of the girl, you tell your story, you make it public to the scopolamine group people. That's the first step, and then you go to the police and go contact your embassy, contact the police in your country, and tell the story. That's the first step. Don't do anything on your own. And if you want to actually do justice on your own, the best way is don't mention anything online. Just create a false email address with an X name and then contact the other guys who have recognized the same girl who did the same to them, and then to find your way to catch her, you know? Because like not long ago, I heard like yesterday that a guy got robbed, and I've been talking to him, and then another guy say, yes, she matched me on Tinder, and now I have got her number. So now it's like, okay, so don't talk about this. I tell them, don't talk about this here. Just create a false email, and between you two, okay, call the girl to go to your flat, and then the other guy who got robbed is waiting for her, and then catch her there, and then find out. I mean, it's very tricky. I mean, you could do that on your own, but also be careful because you don't want to get caught by the police here, the corrupt police who's going to put you in prison or ask you to or bribe you in order to don't go to prison, because this is the only danger.
Why would they try to send you to prison? Why would the police come after you? Well, if you were drugged and you were trying to find the girl, what's the reasoning?
Yes, but because I mean, you have to. It's just because they are already warned. There are girls who work for them. Not all the police are corrupt. You have to find a really good sort of police that will help you with this, but it's very difficult. I have got a contact of the detective that I was working with, and I've got a contact of other detective who has been trying to catch this girl. I have got a really good contact. If you need a police and you catch the girl, give me a call, and then I can put you in touch with the right detective to help you deal with this girl.
Excellent. Excellent. I was getting ready to ask you if you had a contact that we can use. Also, Mrs. X, we have a private group, not only just on YouTube, we have a private group off of YouTube where we can post other things without it being public, so to speak, of almost 600 people.
In that way, yeah, I will share my information. They're not public because I live here and I can be in danger.
Oh, sure. No, not you. I mean, if they wanted to share a picture of somebody that they have a picture of a girl that drugged them, you think it's a benefit to put it in the private group so that we can ask around amongst 600 people?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, so we were right.
And you can share my contact information in that private group in case they catch in case the guys privately on their own catch the girl, you know. So in that moment, so the girl is here, and then I will send the detective to them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And instead of them doing anything to the girl, I suggest don't do anything to the girl, because some of the girls are protected by the mafia, and you are on your own here in Colombia, and the mafia will come and get you somehow. So they will get you, kidnap you, kill you, and disappear you. So you have to be careful. Because the Medellin mafia, in general, the Colombian mafia is hardcore. So the best way is to do it in a way that is professional and safe. So we can maybe deal in this way and deal in a much better way, you know, instead of you killing the girl on your own and then disappearing it. Maybe if you are very good in doing that, then do it. But remember that you are in Colombia, and the majority of these girls are protected by the mafia. So be careful.
Yeah, I think they more so just want to catch someone on camera attempting to drug someone else. Is that even worth it?
Well, no. I mean, if for example, these guys that I told you get the girl to come to the flat, and then the other guy who got robbed by the same girl catch her. In that moment, don't do anything to the girl. Just keep her in the flat. She cannot go out. And then just call me, and then I will send the detective to them, and then we do it in a proper way, you know. But I think it's not the best way. If they want to make justice on their own, because the video is not enough. You have to, you know, that won't work. if you want to do it on your own, you know.
The video is not enough. Catching them putting
something in
no,
your drink?
I mean, the girl who killed my friend, they knew who she was. They knew where she was, and she's free. And they didn't do anything to her because she's protected by the mafia. So that's why I'm telling you. You have to be careful with this. It's very corrupted. It's very difficult. So that's what I'm saying. The best way is to contact the embassy, contact the police in your country, find a private detective who can come here and deal with the process, with the procedure. You know, yeah, and have here a very trustworthy policeman, which are very few. The majority are corrupt.
Okay, if I were to occasionally send you a picture of a young lady, would you possibly know if they are protected or not protected?
Yes, yes. No, I won't know that really. I mean, maybe I could, maybe I can sense and see, but
Okay.
I mean, I already have got many pictures of many of them who I know belongs to all these gangs, you know, so I can maybe recognize her.
Okay, well, I can get a list. I'm sure I'll have enough guys that send me some pictures after this conversation. I know of a couple of pictures I can send you right now.
Yes, you can send it to me, and what we can do is that we can start making the list that we can send to the embassies, and then propose this new idea in order to stop this criminal attacks happening to our kind and good foreigners who comes to visit Colombia. And I just want to say to all the victims, I'm very sorry on behalf of my country for you to have gone through this. I've been through this, and I know I become quite emotional because I know many people have lost their family members and friends, and it's very tough. And on behalf of my country, I apologize, and I'm so sorry that you guys went through this. And we need to create a campaign and an action in order to help these incidents happening in our country.
Mm. You couldn't have ended it better. I thank you so much, Mrs. X, for coming on. I hope we can talk again. I will definitely utilize you as a source to put the pictures in front of you and see if you can't review them. Possibly you even know who they are, or if it's the same person. That's what we need to do, is get a running list of pictures and see if there's a trend between certain girls, certain parts of town.
Are they all in Lleras?
Yes, let's do it. I'm very keen to do it. I was gonna do it before, but I got busy with my work. But I really want to do something about this because nobody's doing anything in Colombia for stopping this. And I think we need to start doing creating some kind of awareness in order for these people to stop doing it. A few years ago, 7 girls were caught, and they were extradited.
Mm-hmm.
No, they sent them to the United States, and they are paying now, they are in a prison in the United States. So if we can continue doing this, then we're gonna scare the hell out of them, and they will do it best the same. Okay. It's gonna stop. I don't think it's gonna stop, but we can help to make these incidents happen less, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Well, thank you again so much for your time.
Yeah, no, now I need to dash. But thank you so much for the invitation. It was very, very kind of you to invite me. And it was a pleasure to be on your show.
You're welcome here anytime. Thank you so much. You have a great evening, okay?
You too. Have a lovely weekend. Goodbye, guys.
Okay.
Take care. Okay. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
And there you go. That's some information for you. This is pretty intense, the information that she readily throws out. This and some things that I hadn't even thought of before. I hope this helps you guys stay safer. This is why I do this, for interviews like this, so that you get the benefit of it and that you can still travel and enjoy the country. As she said, you can do your extracurricular activities and still stay safe. There's a way to do it. So thank you so much for Mrs. X for jumping on today. And we're going to see if we can continue to do what we can to keep you guys safe. Okay. Stay safe. We'll talk to you soon. Join me on social media. I am DC Born Rob Official on Instagram. I am DC Born Rob Official 1 on TikTok. I am DC Born Rob O on Twitter. Don't be like this guy right here.
You're just so stupid. I had to send you a video to let you know you're so stupid.
That's right. Don't be like this guy right here. Join me on social media.
So I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you go down and hit subscribe. And definitely like. It helps the YouTube algorithm. You know what I'm talking about? See what I'm saying?